Hello and welcome to Scale War Machines. We've got another review for you. This time it's a product called Aqua Magic by Deluxe Materials. We've featured Deluxe Materials products before, we use them all the time and they're always of high quality. These were sent to us by Historex Agents and you can get this product from them. BD65 is 125ml and BD64 is 250ml. This is a single bottle solution to create realistic water. It says it's highly reflective and it's low odour. The strength of this is to depict surface water and small amounts of water. Generally these sort of products can't be used that successfully for deep water. You'll see out of the bottle it's just a transparent gel-like substance, and so you can apply it to create water effects, and it will take between 12 and 36 hours to dry. Actually says on the bottle you can apply up to 3mm layers, so if you're going to depict deep water this is probably not the product. But we will be looking at how you can use it to show water, and we're going to try it out in a couple of different scenarios and see what other uses it has. First of all, to depict water, we decided to use an ongoing diorama project, so this will be part of a wider diorama showcasing two models that we're currently working on. We've built the train up using specialist foam. This is blue foam that's now marketed as black foam. I think it's by DuPont. In our experience, if you're going to depict water using these products, you need a very flat base. So we decided to use 3mm Perspex that we bought on eBay. We cut out the shape and made sure that we had the edges as well, so we used 2cm high edges with the same material, and that gave us our main working area. This is a reality and scale product. It's called the Old Pier and we've featured it in another review. That will be the centerpiece of this waterway. But first of all we need to spray it and give it some colour, so we used acrylic primers, we used a green, and then we used darker shades, sort of browns and blacks, to create shadow. That's how it looks so far. We glued it all together using another Deluxe Materials product, Plastic Magic. With the resin jetty glued in place, we're ready to pour the Aqua Magic. It's very simple, you just pour it straight out the bottle. You can see us pouring at the topmost part and you just let it run. If you have too much you can of course pour it away, but you'll see we just let it run all over the painted Perspex. We're not too worried about spill along the edges because that can be cleaned up later. And when you're happy, you leave it flat for a moment. Any air bubbles should rise. You can see we didn't actually encounter any air bubbles. And you make sure you have a very even coating. It's about 2 to 3mm as per the instructions in terms of thickness. Now, the most important thing with Aqua Magic is to let it dry. So put it away somewhere where there's no dust. We actually left this to dry for 3 whole days. It's really important you don't touch it, don't get any finger marks in it, don't let dust drop on it. Just put it away and forget about it for 3 days, and that way it will dry. The bottle says 12 to 36 hours. We found that just by leaving it alone and forgetting about it for a few days, it was definitely dry when we came to it, and this is the result. As you can see, it's pretty realistic, highly glossy, very shiny, and would be perfect for still water. That's just one application, and because we painted underneath you could leave it like that. In theory you could also add another 3mm and 3mm and so on and build up some depth. But the way we've designed this waterway is that most of the work is done by the painting and the Aqua Magic merely gives a gloss finish. Now because our diorama is going to be sort of wintry, very bleak, we actually wanted to texture the surface. So whilst you could leave it like that, we actually went a stage further and applied another coat of Aqua Magic, and this time we'll show you how you can texture it. That's exactly what we did. We used brushes to texture the surface, and if you keep texturing it as it starts to dry, it loses its surface tension and it will retain the actual texture. And we worked over this for quite some time. We also used an airbrush, which is a kind of fun way to push everything around and move the Aqua Magic around. When you're satisfied with it, it's important to realise that it will dry transparent, so don't be put off. Just put it away, and again we left this for a couple of days and this is the result. As you can see, you could use this and keep building it up to create almost, quite a bleak rough sea effect. But for us we just wanted ripples on the surface, and this is what we got. We were surprised how easy it was to sculpt the Aqua Magic and kind of create all those different surface effects as it was drying. Easy to do, as long as you remember to just leave it and walk away from it and let it dry fully. But that's not all for Aqua Magic. There are other uses for this product. You can use it essentially as a high gloss varnish. So wherever you want to show water, you could apply this. You can also use it to create puddles. This is a little vignette with 2 resin figures. And what we did was we decided to add some water and moisture in a puddle. Aqua Magic can be mixed with water-based paints, and that's exactly what we did. And that gives us the colour, and then you just pour it in. You'll see that this actually shrunk as it dried. There's a slight dip, so you just top it up, and you can carry on doing that until you're satisfied. You can see us using the product just neat to show water. You could use it also, for example, whenever you have high gloss requirements. You can use it to create headlights, to paint over figures' goggles and so on. But you can also use it to just show surface water. Here we've used it as a high gloss varnish on this diorama to create evidence of water in these ruts here. And you can also mix it with acrylic paints to get a gloss effect for weathering. Here you can see on this engine deck we've mixed the Aqua Magic with some oil coloured paints, and we're just applying it, and you'll see that it dries with a very subtle sheen. It comes out actually as a kind of satin really. You can also use it to show running water and drips, as here. In other words, there's a whole range of uses for this, from high gloss varnish to water, and we've found it really useful. It's worked really well. We've used it on this diorama and on these little test pieces, and we're very satisfied with it. So if you want an easy solution, none of the mess, none of the smell of resins, go for Aqua Magic. Just remember, there's a certain way to use it. Don't use it to build up really deep waterways, but use it on the surfaces or use it on top of paint effects to give it that final watery gloss. Aqua Magic is available from Historex Agents now. It's simple to use, non-toxic, low odour, and highly recommended. Thanks for watching, and bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.